10 years ago, the publication of big data made Viktor Mayer-Schönberger known as the father of big data, and it sparked a cognitive revolution that reshaped the world. A decade later, as artificial intelligence rises to the center stage, how does a thinker who once revealed the value of big data now view the relationship between data and AI? And what does AI truly mean for humanity?
10 years ago, when I was here and traveled through China a lot, we talked a lot about big data, we talked a lot about the availability of data. But now we are not only talking about the availability of data, but we also talk about a tool that then takes the data and makes sense for us. And that's called AI. So AI is really a tool to use data.
Just like land, labor, and capital, data is becoming a new factor of production in the modern economy. In its 15th five-year plan, the Chinese government called for strengthening the supply of data and computing power, and for building an open, shared, secure, national integrated data market. How does Mayer-Schönberger interpret this national strategy?
And I think that the Chinese government is doing exactly the right thing. In the West, particularly in the United States, the AI companies need a lot of data, but now the publishers, the governments, the companies that have the data, they want a lot of money for the data to use. That means only the very large AI companies can afford to get a license for the data. And that means you don't have small AI companies, you don't have startups, you don't have new ideas. That's a problem. If more data is available to even startup companies, to small companies, for no money or little money, then we will have more activity, we will have more entrepreneurship, we will have more business activity in AI. Small startup companies with great new ideas. Because I go back in history and I see that whenever the United States did that, make data available for free, they started a new industry. Silicon Valley in California, famous, was started by the US government telling Bell Laboratories that their transistor patents should become free. And that enabled so many startup companies in the Silicon Valley to build computer chips in the 1950s and the 1960s. And it really enabled the computer revolution. Today we have the AI revolution, and we need similarly to give the small companies a data subsidy.
As the data market opens up, more small and medium-sized enterprises may gain new opportunities for innovation. Yet the rapid evolution of AI is also concentrating power in the hands of a few major players. Faced with companies that command large models and massive computing resources, how should ordinary people position themselves? Is AI here to empower humans or to replace us?
70 years ago, people imagined how to go to the moon. And then they built a rocket to go to the moon. They couldn't find out in the library how to build a rocket. They had to imagine it, to dream it, and then to make it happen. And the same is true with vaccinations, and the same is true with medical treatments. The same is true with technology. Nobody knew 100 years ago how to build a computer. Some people imagined how to build the computer. Some people imagined how to build the airplane, and then built it, and then they flew. So that is the human superpower that the AI doesn't have. The AI looks into the past to help us for the present. But if the present requires imagination and dreaming, it's only the human mind that can do it. That has nothing to do with intelligence, it has just to do with imagination. And the future of our kids is not based on people learning by heart or people calculating faster. The future of humanity is about our ability to imagine what isn't there and then making it happen, to dream with a purpose.